Are my judges ready? According to Professor Glenn Musk from the Oklahoma State University, microbusinesses play a crucial role in the local economy's economic system. Microbusinesses hire local citizens and pay local taxes and are an economic engine for the local economy. Good afternoon. My name is Mark Kharitonov, and tonight I'd like you all to enjoy the view of my crystal clear business model. Thomas Edison is credited with this quote: "Opportunity is missed by most people because it's just in overalls and looks like work." I wanted my senior project to be a challenge and an opportunity for me to open new doors, and something I'd never done before was create a business model. For my motivation was my family background, my college expenses, and the amount I will need for retirement and the family time I want to spend with my future family. My parents came to America in 1999, and I was born a month later. Neither of them knew English very well, and then a year later they moved to Missouri, where my dad got a job at Smith Flooring. He got paid minimum wage and had to support 3 kids and his wife. We didn't have a lot to live on, so we didn't have a lot of toys or vacation. So we had to buy the cheapest clothes, and I didn't have all the good things other kids had. In 2008, my dad was out of a job, so to make money, he went fishing and sold fish to neighbors to pay for bills and other things. At this time, he had around 5 kids, so it was a hard time for my family, but we made it through it. Now my dad is self-employed and works at River of Life Farms, which is a place where you can rent out a cabin on the North Fork River and enjoy your night there. He makes a decent wage to support our family and a family in Ukraine too. I made this business so I can pay for college. So this business will help me cover college expenses, which my family won't be able to help pay because my dad has to support 6 other kids other than me. So I'll hopefully be able to stay out of debt and pay for college myself. The research I've done in retirement is also very important to my product because the research I conducted said that I need more than $1 million to retire. This business will help me get to the $1 million quicker so I can retire. And seeing my dad work all these years and spend little time with my family led me to believe that creating a business is the best time for me to spend more time with my future family. For research, I researched how local businesses benefit a local economy other than chain stores. Local businesses, like I said, hire local citizens and pay local taxes, and chain stores take everything out of a community. Local businesses advertise locally and provide needs for the local citizens, unlike chain stores. If you were to spend $100 in a locally owned business, $68 of your money spent would stay in the community. If you spend it in a non-local business, only 43 would stay. And if you go shop online, 0 of it would stay in your community, which doesn't allow the community to grow and flourish. Local businesses are very important because they support other communities by using local newspapers to advertise and things like that. And the only 10% of your income spent at a local business will help the community flourish, and it'll make a huge impact even if you might not notice. For my product, I created a business plan, and then I registered a business, and then I bought the tools to actually make my business operate. Creating the business plan was probably the easiest part of it, even though I had a little bit of trouble going through it, but it was pretty easy for me. So I had luck with that, good luck with that. Then I had to register my business online, which took a lot of work because all these papers you have to fill in, and if something's wrong, you have to redo it. So it took me around 2 weeks to get everything straightened out. After I got all my papers in, I went and bought a business license to operate my business in Willow Springs and nearby cities, and that cost me $40. Later, I had to buy tools for my window cleaning business. All my tools are under $400. That includes advertising tools and the business plan, the business license. For advertising, I used Facebook because it was pretty simple and cheap, and since I only had to do this for my senior checkoff mark because we had to have a technology part in it, I went with that. But over the summer, I plan to advertise in the Howell County newspaper. I've looked into Google AdSense, but I didn't find it very profitable for my business because Facebook and the Howell County newspaper will bring most of my customers to me. Some challenges I faced were the clunky website because sometimes the web page would go through and sometimes it wouldn't, so I had to try it over and over until it did. Time management was kind of hard for me because I'm in FFA and we had FFA contests, and that took all of spring break from me, or spring, so I had to be busy with that. I was in landscaping, so we placed 13 in state, and that took a lot of time for me. My first business plan was a fail because I didn't include the things the teacher wanted me to include in it, so I had to make another one real quick before it was due, and that one turned out to be a lot better. I learned a lot from this experience. Senior project I did because I learned how to create a business, how to manage my time, and how local businesses are very important to the community. For my conclusion, I would say that I changed the way I shop. I no longer use online shopping to save a few coins and buy locally instead, which helps me support my local businesses and helps support my community. And I challenge you to do the same. Thanks. Do my judges have any questions? Here's my works cited.
I have a question. So you created your business plan and have your license. Have you actually started working yet?
Well, the weather hasn't been very nice this year, so I'm waiting for the summer to get business in. Yes.
You said that your dad pays for your entire family and 6 more people in Ukraine. What did you mean by that?
Okay, so my mom's family lives in Ukraine, and in Ukraine, like there's an economic crisis there, and people don't get paid and they get laid off. So my dad helps provide for them too. Yes.
What made you decide to open a business for window cleaning?
Okay, so the upfront costs for it were low, and then like I didn't see a lot of window cleaners in town, so and there's windows everywhere, so.
Do you charge by the square foot or?
It's different. For storefronts, I do it cheap for them to make more money, but for residential, which is my primary target market, it's $5 for a window sill, window inside and out, and screen. Yep.
You mentioned that you're going to college.
Yes.
Are you going to study business management, or do you have a
Yeah.
plan? Or
Yeah, business related. So, yep.
Yep.